PEPEUSDT.com's Daily Brief. The answer to your question is learn the goddamn process, trade your trading plans, don't take too much risk on any one trade, and just let yourself get rich.
Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of The Rational Investor. This is Julian. I was tired today, so I drank a baby Coke. I don't know if you guys remember the baby Cokes. I've talked about them in the past. They're very useful. I hate doing it. I feel like I'm committing some kind of sin or something. I'm like super health focused. So like drinking even a small, it's literally like this big. It's tiny. I don't even know how many ounces it is. I think it's like 12 ounces or 8 ounces. Is very small. But I had to do it because the only way I would be able to do a good show for you guys. You can see I have like black circles a little bit here because I need to sleep. It's 11 p.m. here. Anyway, Chris and I had to get set up for a couple things because we've got a great show for you guys tonight. Robinhood and ARM are trending on Reddit, so we're going to check out those, see what's going on from a technical perspective. I think Robinhood is trending because of some issues with the government, and ARM, something about reporting earnings, so we're going to check those out. And then we're going to look at, I'm going to look at S&P. As always, we got to look at, what's going on with the major stream, right? The S&P is, we always look at where the river is going. Is it going up or down? And that's, everything kind of follows that. So we're going to look at that. And then also we're going to look at Bitcoin, right? Because that's on the crypto side, and we've got a lot of people interested in crypto. And then we're going to review Luke Belmar's list. I don't know if you guys know Luke Belmar, but he's another influencer. This is a continuation of my influencer following, plan where every week we look at influencer picks and analyze them from a TA perspective. Last week we looked at Alex Becker's, and the week before that we looked at someone else, and I can't even remember who that was. But there were a lot of good picks in those, and a lot of those coins are up now. So hopefully you guys were able to pick up some of those. Oh, I'll also talk about Rune. Rune is going crazy here. I'm gonna get rid of my this. You guys can see Luke Belmar in the background there. Luke Belmar. We're gonna look at the big major TRI pick. Rune is going crazy here. I'm gonna shrink myself. You guys don't want to see my face being this big. Right in the corner, putting me in the corner. Stay in that corner. This corner. This one. Oh, I hit my mic. Hopefully it's still working. Okay, let me pull up the stream so I can interact with you guys. Hello everyone, whoever is there. Let's pull it up here. Sorry for the late start. Chris and I just had to sort some things, so I made sure that it's a good show for you guys. Oh, we're also going to talk about Arthur Hayes. I don't know if you're familiar with Arthur Hayes, but we're going to talk about him as well. Israel accrued before completing its military option. All right, interesting. Let's see. All right, who's here? 7 people watching. All right, if you're watching, say hello. Hello. Can't even see myself here. All right, there we go. Now I'm there. There's me. That's what I look like on YouTube. I can see myself. Great. All right. Yes, I am coked up. Hello, Hello, Gills. Hello, Alexa Bato. Welcome. If you guys have any comments on anything I'm talking about, if you hate it, you don't care, we'll skip it. I'm going to do what I normally do, which is go through, we're going to check the S&P. Then we're going to look at Robinhood and ARM, because those are the ones I said I would look at. And then we're going to jump to crypto. We'll do Bitcoin, and we'll look at maybe like two names. The meme coins are taking off and trending. Panda and Pepe. So we'll look at those, and we'll take a look at Rune, because Rune is a huge TRI holding and a coin that, Sjord is deeply interested in and invested in. And we can see that Rune is way outperforming. It's destroying. Look at this W. You don't get a more perfect W than this. I will be perfectly honest. A massive amount of my own portfolio is also in Rune here. It just looked too good. I was picking things up around here, $4.95, $5, $5.20. I think my average purchase price is like $5.15 or something. But we have a chaos target all the way up here for Rune, $11. A little bit less than a double now, but still looks amazing. All right, I'm getting off topic. Let's stick with the S&P. Let's talk about that first, and then we'll go to the altcoins and crypto. Okay. So you guys can tell I drank just you see how much that Coke affects me? Just that little tiny Coca-Cola. Now I'm drinking water. I just chugged the Coke. It's crazy how much that stuff really affect. Like I'm touching my nose. It's like, no, it was a Coca-Cola, not the white stuff. I don't know anything about that. 0, 0. Okay. So a lot of people are concerned and saying, making statements like, oh, the S&P is going to reverse. This is happening. This news from Israel, blah, blah, blah. Look, here's the thing. We had a massive rally here, and I don't see this stopping anytime soon yet. I need to see some kind of reversal. This daily chart just looks like it's getting started. Like this is basically a W here, right? So then our chaos would say, chaos would tell us, not that chaos is like the Bible or something, but chaos would point to 5,500. Look at that, 5,500. And I showed you last week about this was a wave 4 pullback, and then if the final wave 5 would pull you up to this 5,500 level. And the extension target is 1.618, which is again 5,500. So, and it's a nice round number, right? And there were a lot of people that I see on Twitter that are trying to short this and concerned about this war and that war. But the Federal Reserve just came out, and what did they say? What did they say they're doing? Does anybody know? Was anybody paying attention to what the Fed is doing? It's interesting about my liquidity model, though. It does keep trending down. This concerns me right here. My liquidity model continues to turn down while Bitcoin and the stock market, this is stock market, this is Bitcoin. Stock market and Bitcoin kind of keep going higher. They're not really lining up with this liquidity model, but I think they're front running what the market, what the banks are doing. And did anybody hear me? Do you know what are they doing? What did they say they're doing that's going to provide stimulation to not stimulation, but provide liquidity to the system? Nobody? You guys, you must be sleeping. You guys all need to go and get a mini Coke, and then you'll know. Then you'll maybe be able to answer very quickly. So they said they're going to decrease the pace at which they are performing quantitative tightening from 90 million to, I believe it was 60 or 65 million. So they're going to decrease it. So they're not, essentially, there's going to be another 35 million kept in the system. That's not going to be being taken out every month. That's not going to provide this massive boost higher. It's not like COVID, but it is going to provide a bit of relief from what we've been seeing. So that makes me a bit bullish. I don't see, sorry, billion, Brian. Yeah, I don't know what I'm saying. Millions, billion, major mess up there, mistake on my part. Billions, yes, correct. So that is going to provide maybe in a way, a slight stimulative effect. And the other thing that you want to keep in mind is that, as I'm sure Brian said many times, it's an election year, right? And from what I can see, the Democrats are doing everything they can to make sure that Trump does not win. The best way for an incumbent, an existing party to stay in power is to make sure that the public is happy with the economy. What's the easiest way to do that? Well, they pump liquidity into the system and stocks go up and people are happy, especially old people. Older people own most of the assets, the boomers, and they are the ones who vote. So they're the ones who you need to make happy. They don't care that much about the younger people. The younger people don't vote most of the time. So they need to make the people that vote happy. And if they can do that, then they can stay in power. So big reason why the market I can see continuing higher. So there's your fundamentals. I don't really focus on fundamentals too much, but I thought I'd touch base quickly on those. Let's go back to what's going on here with the S&P. You can see on the hourly, we had this pullback. You had an 8-9 come in, perfect entry point to go long, and we pushed higher. This daily, I'm looking for some kind of divergence. I don't see anything yet. There's nothing here that's making me get extremely bearish. It just looks like we're heading higher. I'm trying to look for something, but the only thing I see is we are coming into this short zone. 786, 886 is traditionally a reversal area, so I will keep an eye on that. But as of now, at least especially on the daily chart, I don't see anything here making me bearish. We've got a 5 on Tom DeMark so far. So we've got another couple days. We could go higher for 3 more days before we get a 7 or an 8. 2 more for the 7, 3 more for the 8. So nothing making me too bearish yet. I don't see why this couldn't continue higher. VIX, I think, is getting crushed as usual, right? When we look at VIX, yeah, it's getting destroyed. So we're at a 13 here now. There's no reason why this can't go down to 12 and take out these lows a little bit. Once VIX goes below 12, like 12.5, that's when I'll start really being concerned and consider, potentially there's a reversal forming. But as of now, I don't see any reason to get overly concerned. But I would watch it because we are coming into some areas like I showed you on the previous slide. That 786, 886 area, but I want to see structure. I want to see some kind of topping structure form here, and I just don't see it yet. I see all green across the board. All right, so let's look at Robinhood. They're having some trouble because of crypto. I believe the Fed is not happy, and the Fed is going after everyone. It looks to me like on a weekly chart, like Robinhood is topping out actually, which is the opposite of the rest of the market. But look at that breakdown on the weekly. I mean, somebody knew about this. Somebody always knows. So it makes sense that it started to form this topping structure. Yeah, SEC. That's the US government, right? So here's the daily. They also reported earnings. Wow, surprise. 200% to the upside. That's impressive. You can see here, underweight, price target 18 from 16, crypto volume, we see a number of reasons to be positive, but I believe it's trending because of the SEC thing. It does look bearish to me, right? This would have been a perfect short area. They probably ran liquidity on any shorts one last time, stopped them out, and now they can head lower. We look at the range of this. So this was the low, the range lows. I would take this low here, and we can go here and flip it. I don't see why I couldn't fill this gap. This is the zone where you'd look for, reversal area, some kind of pause. You do have the 200-day moving average at 12. I think it was a nice short on this spike. Now is a little bit harder to justify. But I mean, if you go in this area and you set your stop above the highs and you just target this gap fill right here. What is that? It's just a 2-to-1 risk reward. I've seen a lot better. But it looks like it's heading down to the $12 zone. I think anything between $12 and $9.50 might be a decent area. I would wait for it to come down there, and then I'd look for reversal structure if you can. You can try to get into some shorts here. I don't necessarily recommend options because the volatility on them the IV on them is probably very high right now, so they're going to be overly expensive. If you can just do if you really want to do options, I would do something that's already in the money and give yourself a good 3 to 6 months at least. Probably better to do 6 months. Do something in the money to avoid that kind of time decay issue. All right, so that's Robinhood. Let's look at ARM. I want to keep moving here pretty quickly. We've got a lot to go through, and I've only got, how much time do I have left? We're already 15 minutes in. Oh my God, this goes so fast. I've only got 15 more minutes. Probably we'll go maybe 20 minutes. Let's see here. All right, ARM Holdings. So ARM reported earnings, 20% to the upside, 7% surprise in revenue, and 20% surprise as far as the earnings estimate. Not bad. What is the news saying? Yeah, these stocks are AI favorite. ARM earnings shows cracks appearing in ultra bullish AI story. ARM shares falls, tepid forecast takes shine off AI optimism. All right, very helpful. Where did it open at? 50. It's already doubled. I hate these new stocks. Hate them, hate them, hate them. So as of right now, I mean, it perfectly rejected on this RSI rejection point. I want to see some kind of bullish structure here, come out on the other side, and then we long here. So right now, to me, this is in no man's land. I don't want to touch this. It's below my trend heuristic channel. I don't recommend any longs. If you can get a pullback and you fill the gap down here, we didn't fill the gap yet. There's a huge gap here. We got to go down to here, $78, and we haven't done that yet. So I would chill with ARM. I think this is no trade here. I don't know why. Why is this trending? Just because of earnings, I guess. Yeah, so you can see it hit at 4.669 and 88877 targets. I want to see better structure here. This is all over the place. I wouldn't touch this yet. It's rejected from multiple points. You know, so this downtrend line it rejected from. Wait for this on RSI and then consider some longs. I wouldn't even short it here. It could do, who knows what it's going to do. Okay, well, that's ARM. I wanted to look at BABA. Brian's been talking about BABA quite a bit. I think it did look great on this breakout. I've been waiting for a bit of a pullback. I want to see something in the 75 area to consider some longs. Let's see if could I potentially get that? It's kind of all over the place here. But if I can get a pullback down here to the 75, 72 area, I'll definitely consider longs. It looks good on a weekly chart. So that's BABA. I just thought I would touch base on it and say that again, I'm still twiddling my thumbs, waiting for that pullback. I've used Alibaba, by the way. They're very good. I don't know how much money they make, but I think they're great. At least most of the companies I've dealt with, as long as you properly vet them. Some obviously are scammers, but you just got to make sure to vet them appropriately. Okay. I don't want to go into gold and silver and stuff. I'm just going to skip that, and we're going to go right to crypto and meme coins. Bitcoin. All right, what's going on with Bitcoin? So here is your weekly chart of Bitcoin. You guys know I always like to look at that. I'm going to delete this, but you can see how we tagged all the levels. Look at that. Look at how we tagged all the chaos levels. So we tagged 4.669. Pause. I'm going to get rid of this one. But you can see how we stopped at the 38.2 level. So I drew fibs from here, from the beginning of the year to basically the top here, and we've retraced the 38.2 standard retracement level. I'm going to get rid of a bunch of this stuff actually. Hit save. So now this is more clear, right? This was my buy zone. We didn't hit it. So 4.669. See, we tagged that. This was the W down here, by the way, the liftoff zone. And then we tagged the 8.77, rejected. And then we tagged the 16.88 and rejected. And where do we go next? Here's 32.99, 33 basically. 115,000. That's the potential next target. We'll see if we get there. I don't see why we wouldn't at the current pace the governments are going. I don't think they're doing any favors to help stop the rise of Bitcoin. It looks like they're helping it, if anything. I'm going to hide this. Settings. I'm going to keep it on only a weekly chart. Okay, there we go. That should make things more clear. So Bitcoin, this is just looks like a reload area. It's just consolidating before the next leg up. That's all it looks like to me. You can see how we broke above this downtrend, came back, consolidated, and this to me looks like the final area before liftoff. I think a lot of people we're expecting a move down here to the 50K area. There is a lot of liquidity down there. But I just don't see it happening at this point. You have your RSI breakdown already happened. We broke out to the other side. We pulled back. This is basically your long zone. This was your long zone here. And I'm max long everything I can be in various altcoins. I have some blue chip ones, and then I also have some shit ones, and then I've got some other meme coins. Richard, I don't use the magnet tool. I find it extremely annoying, so I don't use it. Sometimes I want to draw something somewhere and it just pulls me somewhere else, so I just turn it off. So that's why I don't use it. If Bitcoin can keep pushing higher here and break above the 64K, there's nothing stopping it from just taking off and hitting higher. Nothing, literally nothing. So just be prepared for that possible outcome. Yeah, I mean, the stock market looks good. I don't see it standing in the way of Bitcoin moving higher here. The daily chart here looks really good, really bullish. This is a great setup to me. You could even just set longs here and then set your stop at 60,066. If we take out that, then you just do it again. I'm sure you're going to have like probably a 5-to-1, 6-to-1 risk reward ratio. If we use this as kind of your zone, right? Let's say that's your zone basically. Your first target is up here at 83,000. So let's say that's your first target and you long right here. You say your oops. And you say your stop right below these lows. And your target is up here. So that's an 8-to-1. Okay, so let's say they run the stops and then you're down here and you enter here and you say your stop below here. Now you're at a 5-to-1 risk reward. But the target is still the same. So actually you're at a 6-to-1. So you still have multiple chances to hit profit. That's my thinking here. I would be doing something along those lines. Yeah, it could have a tail to that 47.8, but I see so many people talking about these areas, and I myself, even like 6 months ago, a year ago, got caught into that mindset where, oh, I think perhaps it'll do this, and I'm going to set my longs to try to fill 50% if we get that wick down there, and then it just never happens, and you get left behind. So that's the only problem with that. And I would recommend not basing your entire long thesis on expecting that to happen. I mean, in the after party, I'll go over my portfolio now. I'll just talk about what I have. A lot of what I have, I bought last week. I bought it last week when we talked about it, when we did the Alex Becker review. And then the other guy before that, I was watching all these shit coins, and I bought a bunch of them. We'll go over it in the after party. Not enough time right now. All right, so Memecoin Mania is happening. So Bitcoin, it's been established that Bitcoin looks good from a bull perspective. I don't see it dampening the party. So let's look at, and we've got the blessings of the central banks. Let's go to crypto Pepe. Okay, so Pepe pulled back and doubled already, right? This looks like, full steam ahead. Nothing stopping this. There's no problems here. Yeah, go, Richard, if you want to look at my show from last week. I went over a bunch of the Becker picks. There's some good ones in there. I didn't do all of them, but you can look up the after party. So Pepe again, we hit a 16.8. The next move is up here. This is basically a double from the current level. This was the liquidity grab down here. There's nothing, there's really nothing that I can see standing in the way of this thing. I would target here. We could even, it's really an ugly chart. I think they just use this to grab liquidity, so I don't want to be that bullish. I want to target basically this. Let's correct that. 0.8 Yeah, 2. So maybe you can get a double. I don't think Pepe is going to give you outsized returns versus any other coin at this point. I think it's pretty mainstream and saturated. So I don't even know how beneficial it is being in this meme coin. But, you know, I thought I would talk about it because apparently it's trending. And, you know, trending stuff is what you should talk about on YouTube. Daily chart. I'm trying to see if I can see any issues with this. It looks full steam ahead. I can't find any issues. I would just be careful with meme coins. But yeah, you can see it move higher easily from here into the next zone. Okay, so that's Pepe. The other one is Panda. It's on Uniswap, Poloniex. It's on a lot of stuff. Maybe we just look at it. It's supposedly on Poloniex. Let me see Poloniex compared to other ones. Okay, 0.009. Let's look at it on Uniswap. There's so many of these. So annoying. I never know what the right one is. PANDAUSDT. Angry Panda. PANDAUSWAP. So the other one is 0.009 and this is 0.01 on Mex. I'm going to assume that it's that one. So let's see if no, that's not the right Panda. I just want to get more history for this. Nope. So annoying. I have no idea what the right one would be. There's so many of these freaking pandas. Yeah, so this is not right either. I don't know what the contract address is. This one is too new. But and let's see if MEXC. So MEXC had it. Then they also have PANDAUSDT. Let me see something here. Hang on a second, guys. Chris, can you tell me which panda is the right panda? Is it normal panda or PANDAUSDT, or I don't even know what the PANDAUSWAP. Oh. Okay, well now I know it's PANDAUSWAP. PANDAUSWAP. Yeah, okay. So it's very new. I think you have to look on Dex Screener something. I don't have the contract though. So I don't know how much I can show you guys, but this is apparently a trending coin. And you could see even just a couple weeks ago, it was like 0.003 and now it's 0.009. I'm not sure why it's trending at this point, but the trading volume looks really anemic. So I don't know how I would feel personally about trading something like this. I want to see more data. This is risky to me. I mean, great for anybody that got in early, but I don't like this little amount of trading data. I'm sure if I had the symbol, I would consider, you know, I could look at more history, but I don't have the contract address. So I'm going to skip this one. Rune, I wanted to look at really quick. So huge upside for Rune. It's really taking off, 6.13. Brian would say don't chase here. I would agree with that. We are above my trend heuristic channel. So as long as we're above the trend heuristic and the 50-day moving average, if this can hold up here, extremely, extremely bullish. And I would try to, if I was not already long, which I am in an absurd way, I would try to get long on this with any kind of pullback because it looks great. It looks very, very, very bullish. And we know this is an existing coin that's been around for a while. It's done all the right things. If it's following chaos, it should hit 6.7. It should do something like this. Hit 6.7, reject, play in this area for a while, run some liquidity, and then come up here to 2.618, reject, and bounce around here before finally making that last move to the $11 target. That's what you can look forward to with Rune. Yeah, that's my opinion on that. All right, we're at 30 minutes. These are a couple of my coins that I bought. Cello, I own that. Mask, I own. MYRO, I'm watching closely because it could easily double back here. It's a new coin. I bought some Doge. I've got some Doge. I don't see why this couldn't take off. I mean, Doge back in 2023 was over here, 0.3. So easy double, even a triple potentially in the future. ERN is another one. It looked like it was going to break out here. If it can break out from this kind of downtrend pullback, I think ERN seems like it has quite a ways to run. So those are some of the coins that I own. I'll check my portfolio and go into more detail in the after party. And also, we're going to look at Luke Belmar's picks. Again, this is Luke Belmar, and then he posted this. So this is the Becker one from last week. I went through most of these in our after party. So you guys can check that out. Go look in the video recording library, and you'll find the recording from last week. And this one, this is active investments for Luke Belmar. He's got some stocks he talks about. And then we've got his crypto. A lot of these are kind of common names, but I think I'm going to definitely take a look at Ton, Telegram, GRT, MNT. Some of these I haven't looked at before. Brett, KCS, Jupiter. Jupiter is pretty nice for anyone. I've heard a lot of good things about Jupiter on Solana. It's basically allows you to put limit orders. OPSEC Core. We'll look at some of these names. INJ. I do own a little bit of INJ. So in after party, going to look at those. If you're interested, make sure to join. And we'll see if anybody are in a nice juicy buying zone. Yeah, that's about it. Maybe we can take a quick peek at BTC liquidations and also repurchase agreement. I'm kind of all over the place today with what I normally do because I'm trying to talk about the topics that I think you guys that are trending and might be interested in. Reverse repo is not being drained as much. That's interesting. Probably why my liquidity model, this one is looking the way it is because RRP is not going down anymore. Options expiry tomorrow really quick. Max pain is 5150. So where are we? 5200. Don't expect this to go farther beyond 5200 tomorrow. There's a lot of calls that need to expire worthless before that can happen. Bitcoin, you can see, ran a ton of liquidations here. 15-minute. I'm just going to talk about this really quick, and then we'll go to the after party. Big amount of liquidations. Oftentimes, if that happens, you get a bit of a pause and a pullback. So I think they missed the liquidations up here, though. They could have gotten, I think, a lot more. But nice amount of liquidations. More than there hasn't been that many since May 6th. So the most in 3 days. And you can see last time they had a lot of liquidations, 7 million. The price quickly reversed to the downside. So we could see some pullback at least from here. All right. I'm going to take a 5-minute break. And then we will do the after party. And if you are not already a subscriber of TRI, consider subscribing. Free trial, blah, blah, blah. And oh yeah, by the way, our school term is starting here in only a couple days. May 13th is when we'll open up the slot. If I go to TRI, we're going to open up the school on the 13th. That's the last day you can sign up. Consider getting in. If you're curious about the school, you can book a demo with Josh, and Josh will take you through the whole school program, explain everything. Yeah, the class this time is not massive. So if you're interested in a smaller class, group tutorials where you can really participate a lot, I'd highly recommend, getting in. I think if you book a demo with Josh, he even has some discount or something. We did have to raise the prices significantly, mostly because of Jerome Powell and Janet Yellen printing so much money. But I think you can get a little bit of a discount if you book a demo with Josh. And if you just want to join, you can enroll. You see 4 days left, 10 hours. Then we close the enrollment and the class starts, and you can't get in again until September. It'll be September when we'll open the next school. If you know anybody that might be interested, if you're an existing TRI member, you can also sign up for our affiliate program. We sent out a link about that. I don't think we have it listed on the site. We're probably going to update the site to add that affiliate program in there. If you know people that might want to sign up and you want to use an affiliate and then maybe get the credit, and then you can give them that back as like a discount almost. You can also do that. If you're not sure how to get the affiliate link, you can always submit a support ticket and we'll give you a link to the affiliate page. I think it's just like affiliate. See something. Let's see if it comes up. Affiliate. Did I even spell it right? Nope. I didn't type it right. Affiliate. Is there 2 L's? Nope, didn't work. All right. Well, you can submit a support ticket and we'll get you an affiliate link. All right. See you guys in the after party. Give me like 5 to 10 minutes. Bye. Thank you, everybody.